Hōkūleʻa, the next generation, brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back to Island Life Live. Our celebration of Hōkūleʻa continues this week, and we welcome former Surfer Magazine senior staff photographer and Hōkūleʻa crew member John Bilderbeck to our hale. John, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Mahalo, thanks for having me.
I love it too. I love being able to sit and talk story with the crew members and to gain all of your experiences. But you know, as a crew member, that's one thing, but you actually have this incredible profession. You're known as a photographer, but for surfers. So what drew you to the Hōkūleʻa?
Well, in 2013, Hōkūleʻa came to Haleʻiwa, and I knew what every surfer knows, that Eddie Aikau gave his life trying to save his crew members.
Yes.
And so I wanted to just go down and just touch the canoe, just maybe feel the mana. And I started to talk to the crew members, and they told me they were training for a circumnavigation. And I'd sailed enough to know that that's a big undertaking on a modern vessel with engines and radar and Netflix. Right. And here this canoe was 3 feet off the water and didn't have so much as a compass. And I was just amazed. Having worked with all the big wave surfers, I thought I knew all the crazy people on Oahu. And I couldn't get it out of my head. And I went home and I called a writer friend and I said, listen to this story. And she was amazed, and she said, I wonder if anybody's doing a book. And so we pitched it to PBS, and miraculously they gave us permission. And then we pitched it to Patagonia, which we knew was the only company that could really do justice to the story and the meaning of the voyage. And in another miracle, they said yes, and my life changed right then and there.
That's amazing. Now, some already call you a rarity in the exclusive club of world-class surf photographers because you also have added to this particular, I think it's amazing. The pictures, the images just burst through the book. Please tell us a little bit about this book that you're a part of this collaboration, Mālama Honua, A Voyage of Hope, and how did you prepare for it?
Well, I trained for 18 months.
18 months?
Yeah, I started to just shoot the departure and the first couple legs. I would fly ahead and meet the canoe when they arrived in Samoa and Tonga. And then they asked me to become a crew member, which was seriously the greatest privilege of my life. So I trained for 18 months. I took it very seriously. I understood that there were thousands of Hawaiians that probably should have been in my place. And so I felt that responsibility very deeply and tried to really do as good a job as we could possibly do and honor Hōkūleʻa and the story itself.
And I imagine you have a lot of wonderful experiences, but there's one that I want to talk to you about, specifically South Africa. Can you share that experience with us?
Yeah, it was incredible. When we got to South Africa, we were as far away as we could go, right? That's
yes.
as far away as you can be from Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And we connected with a guy named Dr. Craig Foster, who you might know from My Octopus Teacher.
Oh, yes. And that's on Netflix, right?
I think it is.
Yeah.
And he took us swimming at the place where he believes man first went in the ocean. And it was mind-blowing because when man finally got into the ocean by way of these kelp beds that were right near shore, they could get seafood, which is rich in omega-3 and other nutrients. And that's when their brains began to develop and increase in size. And so that's really where the birth of modern humans were. And us as Hawaiians, students of the sea,
we're there.
We had come home. And it's chicken skin still.
Oh, yes.
It was incredible to feel that.
Coming full circle.
Full circle, that's right.
And that's really what Mālama Honua is all about. So I'm so glad that you brought this book. Where can we pick this book up?
You can get it at any Patagonia store. You can get it online. You can get it through my website. And I believe it's on Amazon, too.
And tell us your website.
Surfphotos.com.
Surfphotos.com. Ladies and gentlemen, and you just to see his surf photos alone would be fantastic. But because we are celebrating Hōkūleʻa, Mālama Honua, please make sure you grab the book so you can help to celebrate 50 years of Mama Hōkūleʻa here with John Bilderbeck. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, brother.
You so
we appreciate
much.
you.
We appreciate you too.
Right here on Island Life Live.
Wow, that's so awesome. Ooh. Hey sis, today is National Girl Scouts Day.
Num nums.
Love them cookies.